and welcome once again to Tileford. It's been a while since I've posted a video, and this one's actually going to be slightly different. Probably like many of you, I'm on Facebook, and there's various model railway groups on there that I follow. One of which is GWR and First Great Western Railway Modelling, and on there another member is a guy called Chandler Thick, and Chandler has had advertised that he had come up with a set of lights for the Class 166, and I bought a set of lights off of him. Anyway, as a result of that, he's asked me if I'd be interested in doing a review of a new product that he has produced. This is going to be a prototype, and film a video. So here it is, and I'll hand myself back to me a few weeks ago for reasons that will become clear. So this parcel arrived this morning from Chandler at Track 3D, and he's asked me to unbox it and to give my honest first impressions. Now, what I'm expecting to be in here is another one of the Class 166 lighting kits, and I'll probably do a different video just showing you how to install those. But he's also included a prototype of a signal that he's developing, and he's asked me to share my thoughts and kind of initial thoughts with you from when I open it. Now, I must be honest, I am not an expert on signals by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm not sure how valuable my opinions will be, but hopefully hopefully you folks will like what you see, and I'm sure in the comments you'll be able to give Chandler some feedback as well. So here we are, the big reveal. Okay, let's get the box out of the way there. First of all, there's the Class 166 replacement LED lights. We'll get those out of the way, and we will come on to what we have here, which is the Dorman 3 aspect signal. So this is a modern Dorman 3 aspect signal in one lens signal. It shows red, yellow and green. The product is DCC ready. We recommend a rotary switch for changing the aspect if running on DC. I haven't got a clue what any of that means apart from the DCC bit. Now, the signals that I've got on Tileford are all produced by CR Signals, so that's all I've really got as a comparison. I'd say first of all the packaging I think looks pretty good. I know that Chandler had to remove the top of the box really just to make it fit, so I'm sure that in the usual packaging you'd have a bit more colour and his logo, but there we go, we can see it's Track 3D railway parts, and you'll find him on Facebook. So let's go about getting into the package. I'm an absolute shocker for getting into packages and stuff, so hopefully this won't be too painful. Oh, there we go. That was okay. Okay, so we've got some fairly basic information there, and then let's get on to the signal itself. Okay, so let's hold that up so you can hopefully see that reasonably well. Okay, so actually then I didn't realise this, it's just simply one light, and that light will then change as it goes through, if it goes through its sort of rotation of signals. That's really cool, I like that. And it's, I mean, obviously a lot of brass work included in this. I think that the post, the ladder and the cage are a brass. I think Chandler mentioned that the signal head and the plate and the base are 3D printed. So there's a lot of fine detail here, and I think it actually looks very good. With the CR signals, one thing I've noticed straight away, the CR signals, you get ID plates that you can cut out and sort of stick onto the post. We don't have that on this one, but that's not a problem because I've got plenty of the CR signals ones hanging around. And then the wiring looks pretty straightforward. We've got some instructions here. So we've got blue wire is positive, red is for red aspect, yellow is for yellow aspect, green is for green aspect. Okay, and the attached resistor here requires fitting to the blue wire. Okay, so actually that looks pretty straightforward to wire up and install. I think what I'm going to do now is do precisely that. We'll get that resistor fitted. I need to, I'm going to replace one of my existing CR signals with this and get it up on the layout. We'll get it wired up to the Heathcote board and see how it performs. Okay, so we've successfully got the old signal out. The sort of tube here at the bottom of the signal okay, so we successfully got the old signal removed. You hopefully just see the hole from the old one. As you can see, it's quite a bit bigger, the sort of fitting for the new one, so we're going to go with a slightly bigger drill bit and hopefully this will go okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's get the hoover on it. And then it's a case of just feeding the wires down to the Heathcote board below. Okay, so after a little bit of cajoling and faffing around, I managed to get the wires down underneath the baseboard, and I've not glued the signal in place yet. We'll get it wired up and see how it looks working. But already, the nice thing is, if I sort of just zoom out on this particular stretch of the layout, there's a couple of other signals, as you can see, and you know, in terms of the dimensions and everything, it looks absolutely spot on, which is obviously a good thing. Anyway, I'll stick my head underneath the baseboard and wire up the Heathcote board, and then hopefully we'll be able to see this in operation. Okay, I've been having a go at installing the signal. To be honest, I've been struggling because I don't know if you can really see here on the camera, but the wires are very fine, and unfortunately my eyes just aren't really up to it. So what I've done is just soldered on a prong off of an LED light onto the end of each of the different wires, and hopefully that will now mean that I'll be able to get the thing installed and working, you know, pretty quickly. Okay, the moment of truth. Nikos is just firing up, so let's see what happens. What's happened is not very much. Let's try again. Okay, a few weeks have now elapsed since that frankly rather underwhelming big switch on of the light. And the problem was, and this is again just something I learned, is that the signal was wired for common positive and the board was common negative. Now this has been explained to me. It's still a bit beyond me frankly, but there we go. So what I've had to do is buy a new board from Heathcote, which is common positive. That is now installed underneath, so we can give it another go. So and there we go, success, which is excellent news. The Heathcote board that I put in is one of the extended wires, and I've wired that up to the main line. If I put my finger over that, what should happen is that the signal will go to red, and then it will cycle back through yellow, and then finally green. What I do need to do is sort out the timer on the board to just make it a bit more realistic. Okay, so we've got more of a driver's eye view of the signal in situ, and I've sped up the sequence a little bit so you're not having to spend ages waiting for it to change. But here we go. So obviously red, then through to caution, and then back on to green. I've got to say, I really like this signal. I've done a bit of research on it, and what I can find out is that actually these are pretty common particularly on the Great Western main line. If they'd been brought out a few years ago when I was buying signals for the layout, I think I'd have got a load of these, because they're really neat. I think Charles done a great job. But look, I know he'll be interested in your thoughts. So please pop any comments on the on the comments below, and I'll also post a link to Chandler's webpage, so that if you are interested in getting some, you know where to go. In the meantime, I will get a update video on the layout, sort of a proper update done by New Year. All right, so I will do that. I've been busy just with other stuff really, but I will get one done. In the meantime, have a great run up to Christmas. Look after yourselves, and I will catch you soon. All right, guys. Cheers.